Gojo, dub. Geto, dub. The maid, she wasn't even worth dying on screen. And most importantly, if you guys are not all caught up with the Jujutsu Kaisen anime season 2, you just landed on Toji Fushiguro's assassination list. If you guys are scared of Toji, do me a favor, hit the like button before you leave and he might not come and get you. So you guys might think to yourself, hey, Toji Fushiguro, didn't that guy just die? What do you mean his legacy is just beginning? A legacy tells you many things. A legacy, there's a rich history. Think about Gojo's history. Think about the limitless powers that Gojo obtained. That is a legacy. So Gojo said it himself that Toji is from the Zenin family because he knows all this information and he knows how to fight against Gojo's power. For me, I love the character development. I love the little things about the characters. The characters, the more interesting they are, the more interesting they can make the story. So why do I love Toji Fushiguro so much? It's because he's from a messed up family. And what do you guys know about messed up families? Messed up families, they do something for us as an audience. It's better for it to not be reality than it is reality, but in reality, it is reality. Some of us, we all have trauma, and that is something Toji Fushiguro has. He's born into this messed up family, the Zenin family, and we have characters already that we know that come from this family and have a lot of bias. They have a lot of trauma, being looked down upon, like Maki and her sister. And then you have all these other characters that are super shady characters, all from the same tribe. And they're all having this kind of family squabble and all this stuff. So you have characters that build resentment. You have characters that they want some kind of revenge. You have characters that feel some type of way that we can completely relate to. So this is why I'm talking about Toji Fushiguro like his legacy just began, because it did. For the story itself in Jujutsu Kaisen, he came for a few episodes and then he went. But when he came, it was the most exciting few episodes for a backstory that we could get. And I love that the whole episode was from really his perspective, from his viewpoint, because he is the most interesting character through this entire backstory. He's mysterious. We don't know nothing about him just yet. 2, he's super powerful. 3, all those little things that I just talked about where he doesn't have cursed energy. He has to be creative. And at the same time, he is strong in that way. And so that characteristic with him is very relatable because of what? A lot of people we know are born with different kinds of gifts, talents. Talents in multiple ways, good and bad. But for the Jiu-Jitsu world, Toji doesn't have the one thing that these families and all his siblings and relatives have, and it's that cursed energy and being able to kind of see cursed energy. It's the same thing, you know, that Maki is struggling with from the same exact family. So Toji has to struggle, and we get to see his end. We get to see him literally take down the strongest character of the entire series. He took down Gojo, even though Gojo later in the episode, he comes back in epic fashion. Toji, basically, he could have chopped off his head and he would have got that dub. That dub would have been forever. So a character like Toji is like the top of the mountain of what people wish they can be like when you don't actually have that talent. That's what you kind of tell yourself. I can become this even though I don't have this. So I love that whole part of the character. So the deeper you go, the more, you know, I just fell in love with this character, Toji Fushiguro, and it's going to continue because it's a legacy, right? You have his son Megami. That's a whole thing. That's a whole huge part of the story. One of the main characters in the series. And then you have the whole Zenin family where we are not exposed to all the funny characters in this family just yet. We're not exposed to all the inner workings of this family and all the crazy stuff that happens. So I'm excited to get those points in the story where we get more of this fleshed out part of the family. And once again, guys, you know how epic a character is when he shows up and he's only there for a few episodes and he does everything to beat your expectations. He does something tactically amazing. It's just wear down Gojo, and then he waits for his moment and he doesn't mess around. He's like Future Trunks in this damn show. He shows up and he does his job and kills what he needs to kill. He defeated arguably the strongest character in the show. Even though he's a little bit younger, Gojo, you know, he is the strongest. Let's be real. And he has all the talent. He's like the perfect male character. He's what every male character that you would want. That is Gojo. OP, strongest, kind of an asshole in a very appealing way, and very handsome. All the ladies love Gojo. So it's Toji, he took that guy down. He took Gojo down. And then he took down Suguru while just explaining to Suguru everything. That's how badass Toji was. He showed up and he just told him, yo man, you can't really beat me. And then he beat his ass. So not only from a badass perspective that Toji is such an amazing character, even in his death, he died in the most coolest way possible by yours truly, Gojo himself. Gojo himself is going a little bit wacko, kind of crazy out here, but he gave Toji a great death, a great epic death, and that's what eventually will lead into Gojo getting Megami and buying off Megami from the Zenin family from them. So that is why I'm saying Toji Fushiguro, his legacy is just beginning, because even in death, there's plenty of epicness that stems really from his character that I just love. So we'll get to that point when we get to that point. As the story keeps going, man, I have so much things to say. So I mean, can a character become your favorite character if he's only there for a few episodes? I think so, and that's because mainly because of that legacy. So the entire episode, guys, super amazing. You could tell from season 1 to season 2, it's brighter, it's more colorful. It literally went from DC colors, dark, dreary vibes, to more brighter Marvel kind of vibes. And that is the one thing Jujutsu Kaisen was kind of missing. When you kind of compare it to like a Demon Slayer, they upped the animation. So now the MAPPA animation for Jujutsu Kaisen, it's top tier. It's top tier. It's up there now, I think, with Ufotable. So I think animation wise, it's just incredible. And Jujutsu Kaisen has the better story. They have the better, more in-depth, more adult-like characters. Man, I'm super excited. Now we're getting to the point where, okay, Toji's character is the most interesting one. Now that he's gone, now the focus goes back to Suguru. Now Suguru's character can shine, because since this arc is over, we could assume, you know, no spoilers or anything, but I mean, we could just assume that Suguru, this is where things start to change for him. And it's interesting, you have this dichotomy between, you know, Satoru and Suguru, because Satoru at the very end of the episode with all these crazy religious people, right? He's like, you know what? Should we kill these people? I don't even care. So it's going to be interesting to see how Gojo stays more on the good people side versus Suguru going straight villain on us. So yeah, guys, let me know what was your favorite part of this episode. Was it episode 4, Hidden Inventory 4? This covered chapters 73, 74, 75, 76 of the manga. So if you guys want to check that out and kind of see how it compares to the manga. I mean, the manga itself during this fight, I mean, that was this is obviously the best part, I think, of this backstory. I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, when we have amazing shows like this, like, the interesting perspective is never like, oh my god, it's amazing, the animation is cool, the fights are cool, the scenes are cool. Like, I don't usually find those things that amazing to talk about because it's obvious, you know, it's obvious unless they do something else unique. But I love how they constructed the episode. I love how the pacing in the anime helps round out this backstory where, you know, manga, the pacing has to go by quick, and the manga is slow things down. It got us just a little bit more attempted humor from Toji's perspective. And it's just him chilling, you know, he gets to kind of bask in his win, and his mission being completed, doing the assassination and everything. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. And do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog, otakusen.com. Check out my anime collectibles channel where I collect plastic and cardboard. If you guys want to contact me, just hit up my Discord. I'm always open to talk to you guys. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.